So today we have Levon Reid. He's a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual. Young brother. I'm glad to see young people getting involved with finance, because nothing happens by accident. You got to plan it. So as a people, we need to plan better, especially around money. So we're going to have our brother Levon come up, give us some information about financial literacy. I hope and pray that you all gain something from it. If you have any questions, he'll take them at the end. All right, thank you for coming once again, Brother Levon.
Appreciate the introduction. Appreciate everybody coming out. But like he said, really it was a perfect introduction, because like he said, the reason, or what I planned to come here to talk to you guys about today, was those exact things. That's what got me into financial literacy or financial education, is just wanting to change my community. Just knowing that there were things out there available that I didn't learn about growing up, that I know about now, that I wanted to make available to not just the people under me, but just the people around me. I don't just educate people younger than me on finances. I have clients twice my age. You know, I have clients 3 times my age. So I educate anybody who wants to learn. And just to kind of give you a heads up on what I do with Northwestern Mutual, like you said, I'm a financial advisor. So basically, I help people plan for all stages of life. You tell me your goals, and I help you reach them. You tell me what you have planned for your future, and I try to sit down with you and figure out ways we can make that happen. Now, the reason it's important to have somebody like me, not only because I give good advice or I know finances, is because of certain services we provide. We sell retirement planning, we sell life insurance, we sell health insurance, all of the above. But the main thing that me and my team specialize in is we deal with entrepreneurs. We specialize in growing money at low tax rates, sometimes none. So we specialize in coming up with creative ways to be tax deferred and allowing your money to grow at a guaranteed rate. So we specialize. so me and my team specialize in low risk management. We specialize in teaching people how to take their money and invest it into something that's guaranteed to return something back to them. Right?
Low risk.
Yeah. We low risk management with your money. We can guarantee a certain amount of return, but if of course, if the stock market or whatever the case may be, if it does, a certain amount of money over that, of course we will still pay that out. But we guarantee a certain rate that'll be higher than any bank that'll still pay you out. But just to kind of explain term insurance and whole life insurance to you in a quick rundown. So term is just like renting a house. As long as you stay in that house and you're paying rent, you stay there. The moment you don't pay rent, you get evicted. Now, a whole life policy is a little different. Correct, yeah, no, exactly. The whole life policy, the more you pay on it, it's just like a house. The more you pay on it, the more of it you own, right? And the more of it you own, the more of it you can borrow against the value of. A lot of people use it as a retirement salary because you can break it down into yearly payments, which is deep. I can go on about that for days too. But the importance of life insurance policies and retirement insurance, more importantly, is teaching it to the youth, because a lot of people think these are things that we invest into when we get older. But the truth is, if I was 18 years old and I got my first job and I paid into my retirement, I could retire at 45. So just know that if you got your 18-year-old nephew out there, 18-year-old cousin, they can start investing into their retirement right now and set themselves up for income for the rest of their life.
Say that one more time.
They can start investing into their retirement at 18 years old and retire at 45 for the rest of their life. That's a true fact. So I'm sorry. Right. Yeah, it sounds like you got a blended term. Yeah, so it's part term and it's part whole life policy. Yeah, so like you said, they want you to convert it. I'll tell you, when they will let you know to convert it, it's usually the best time. Which usually means that it's growth rate as a term policy, and you definitely want to convert it into your whole life so it can grow more, at a higher rate. Well, if they telling you that it's time to flip it, then it's time to flip it because it's gonna grow. It's gonna accumulate a faster value. So the way a life insurance policy works is what you call compound interest. It's growing interest on interest. It's the most complicated thing. I've never met anybody who could explain it, but basically you make money on your money. I've never met a person who can explain it. You'd be like, your money make money on the money. Like, okay. There's no proper way to explain it, but basically, you start out with a dollar amount per se, $150. Let's say that grows at a 7% rate. At the end of the year, whatever that grew to, they take that, and then that grows at a 7% rate. Then that, and then that, and then that, right? So just to kind of break down the math on it. But yeah, like I said, same for a life insurance policy. You got a kid from ages 0 to 13. Start a life insurance policy on them today. We talking about at the age and the guaranteed insurability they are. You might be looking at paying $30 to $80 a month, right, for something that's going to set your kids up for the rest of their life, right? Because you can set that policy up to where it's paid off at a certain time and it's paying your kid income. So you can choose it, right? So let's say like for mine, I don't even have kids, but I have my policy set up like this. At ages 27 to 45, it'll pay them an income, right? Because it'll help them get on their feet, right? So and then well, let's say that my kid is in a good position, a great position, and they don't have to touch it, and they can let it grow till they're 35, and they can buy their first house with it, right? So just think about that, and this is things that we can invest into for our kids, grandkids while they're young, and it's dirt cheap today. You could get $1 million policy on your kid and pay $50 a month on it, and by the time your kid is ready to reap benefits of the policy, they don't even have to use it as a death benefit. They could literally just borrow in what you've invested in. So that's one thing that, I'm sorry. What's a universal life insurance policy? So a universal life insurance policy, it works a little bit different than a whole life policy and a term insurance policy. It is a whole life policy in stint, but it's based on the production of the stock market, right? So they might guarantee, I don't know who's it with, but a company like mine, we be the #1 insurer in the world, Northwestern Mutual. We're number 90 on the Forbes 500, so we're a super legit company. So our dividend payout is 100%. We never not paid somebody out, but I'm not sure, but whoever you would be dealing with, the way it would work is they would guarantee you a certain amount of rate of return. So it might be like 0.1%, might be 5%. Ours is 3%. We would guarantee you 3% return, and that's if the stock market went bad, we still owe you that. We owe you your money plus a guaranteed 3%. Now I'm not sure how much you are in the banks and stuff, but even with that risk, there's no bank. I know we said we have some bankers here. There's no bank that's giving you that back in a savings account, right? That 3%, right? So it's still better than a savings account if the market crashed, right? Now, if the market didn't crash, the amount of money you could gain is unimaginable. We don't cap the money, right? So if the market were to boom, then you would gain all the benefits of that. But if the market were to crash, then you will only get the guaranteed amount on the contract. That's a universal life policy.
So your rate, you said we could ask questions, right? You should have never said that to me. No, because I want to know.
No, you good. Hey, sister, you good. You good. You good.
Your rates are lower than the credit union. The only reason I'm asking that is I had a chance to flip some money, and rather than go, I took it out of the 8th class. And my son came down to me to the credit union, which he said their rates were better than the bank. So if you borrow against that, if I had it with Northwestern Mutual, what would my interest rate be if I wanted to borrow?
So as long as you let the contract mature to a certain age, I mean, usually the way we write up a policy is we write it up as income. So we would put in the plan a time where you were borrowing against it, an amount that you wouldn't have to pay back, and then you would still accumulate a certain death benefit. But if you wanted to pay that amount back, they do tax it at a 3% rate. Yeah. But with the accumulated value of, depending on how long you let it age, your accumulated value could either pay off that amount for you, or cut that percent to minimum.
How come y'all didn't tell us it's 20 25 years ago.
I wish I was here. I wish I was here.
That's the secret.
That's the secret.
That's the secret. That's their secret. That's why we're doing these on the low mixers right
I just
now.
want to say something real quick. He's absolutely correct. Just to make a little bit better sense, think of it this way. Don't think about the interest rate. Think about the fact that you just took money from yourself and you're paying back yourself plus interest instead of paying a bank.
Right.
If you go to the bank and take a loan, you pay interest to us. What he's asking you to do is take a loan against your own life insurance policy. So it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, you're paying yourself back that same interest rate. You're paying the bank.
No, and that's a perfect clarification.
Hold up before you do that. Where are you from?
Lansing, but I work for Flagstar Bank. But yeah,
So,
yeah, where'd you?
There you go.
Yeah.
I ain't mean to interrupt.
No,
Go ahead, go
no,
ahead.
that's why I can answer the banking part of that question.
And that's a perfect clarification. We had a client the other day, and we wrote up a policy, and we showed him that his net worth could be worth $4 million. And he was like, "But what if I want to get a loan for a house?" And my coworker looked at me. He said, "I mean, you're your own bank. Why would you get a? He's looking at $4 million. Why would you want a loan from the bank? You know what I mean? Why don't you just pay on it, just invest into yourself, invest into this policy, and you can borrow from that. And if you want to pay that back, then you can do that. You know." But he's like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to borrow from the bank when you can borrow from yourself at a lower interest rate? But yeah, that's what me and my team specialize in. Right. And we specialize in creating that estate. So if you came to me, that's what I'll be trying to do. I'll be trying to figure out how we can create your estate and how much your estate is worth. And that's what I specialize in.